What's up guys, it's Ty here again with Motor Ties, and I got something a little bit special for you today. I have the all-new Cadillac CT5V, and the CT5 now replaces the outgoing CTS, but it's not the normal V that you're used to that you got out of the last year's CTS V. That had a supercharged V8 that just ripped 640 horsepower. Now the V is Cadillac's entry level into their performance models. So compared to its German rivals, this competes right with Mercedes C43, Audi's S4, and BMW's 340i. But this thing is beautiful. Just take a look at it. The CTS V that we've known Cadillac for is dead. And that screaming supercharged V8 is dead. However, it will be resurrected in 2021 in the CT5 Blackwing, as the Blackwing is now Cadillac's top-tier performance model. This CT5V is equipped with a 3-liter twin-turbo V6, putting out 360 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque. And that torque, you feel every bit of it, especially on its launch control. And one thing you have to love is this rear end. Just looking at that, it looks so mean and so aggressive, has all the right lines, and it still has those signature Cadillac tail lights, so you know when you're riding behind it, it's a Cadillac. But it has fake-ish exhaust, but they're real. So they're hidden behind there. They're just not perfectly matched up with the actual slots. Hey, but it's better than what a lot of these manufacturers are doing and putting them under the bumper with no exhaust tips. So much respect for Cadillac on that. One thing that's not talked about with Cadillacs is their adaptive cruise control system. I think it's the best in the business at hiding it too. The only way you can tell if a car has adaptive cruise control on it, as far as the CT5s go, is the Cadillac emblem. If it has any kind of texture, it doesn't have it. But if it's smooth, it's hidden behind the emblem. One thing I love about Cadillacs is that they have a capless fuel system. So you just literally take the holes and plug it right in. And as you may notice too, this car has big 20-inch gloss black wheels. That comes with an upcharge, a $2,300 upcharge. One very cool feature that Cadillac has is this rear camera mirror. It's so awesome. It's a little weird to get used to once you're driving, because it makes you feel a little woozy because you're used to looking through an actual mirror, but you're actually looking at a camera. But once you get used to it, it's great. You can see wider, farther, and clearer than looking through a mirror through your back window. But this comes in a parking package. That gives you the rear camera mirror, power folding mirrors, a telescopic tilt steering wheel, a hands-free deck, which is your rear trunk. There's a Cadillac emblem that actually shines onto the ground. You just kick where the Cadillac logo is, and the trunk opens up hands-free. Also, where rear-wheel drive is standard on this vehicle, all-wheel drive is an option. But this is a rear-wheel bias all-wheel drive system, so it still has sporty driving characteristics. Here you have a V mode, which is exclusive to the V models. You get things such as G-forces, and lap timers, oil temperature, and even how much power you're putting to the limited slip differential. Here you have your typical things of information for driver assistance, following distance, timer, fuel economy, music, navigation, and phone when your phone is connected. One thing I can say about Cadillac is quality. And these seats are quality. Genuine leather, heated and cooled, massage. The interior atmosphere is amazing. Open panoramic sunroof, genuine real carbon fiber, hand stitching everywhere, soft touch everywhere. Cadillac sure does know how to do an interior. However, the dash looks a little bland. But this is the first rendition of the CT5. With the new looks of the 2021 Escalade, the future's in Cadillac's hands. Alright guys, we're going to take it out on the road. It has a lot of performance competitors. I've driven BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. So let's see how it goes compared to the both. It has some true competition, but I'm pretty sure that Cadillac can keep up, but because the Corvette and the CTSV, they make great cars and they know how to do it. So let's just see how it goes. I'm really excited. So far, the throttle response is very peppy. Has a lot of torque available immediately. Does have Cadillac's magnetic ride control, so I'm going to test it out in tour, see how it handles this road. This is a very bumpy road, so just want to see how the suspension adapts to the environment. So far, very, very, very impressed. Big bump here. Wow. One thing I can say, Cadillac knows how to make a suspension. And their new infotainment system is great. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in sport as we get a little straight roll here. Put it in manual. Ooh, it has some like pops and gurgles, like it like farts as you're shifting, as soon as you're approaching red line. One thing I do love is their steering wheel. It's nice and thick, has all the grips in the right places. You can have an optional Alcantara steering wheel, but I prefer the leather just because it's going to hold up better over time. The oils from your hands, once it gets in Alcantara, it just doesn't look good after a time period. But you do get these nice metal paddle shifters. They didn't cheap out on that like Mercedes and Audi does. See if we can make it fart again. We're getting it on the highway. All-wheel drive. Is raining right now, drizzling, ground's wet. has plenty of torque available immediate, but then it loses power as soon as you get close to rail line. So it just needs some more top end pull. That's one complaint I would have compared to the competitors. BMW, that thing just keeps pulling. Audi, it just keeps pulling. But this, it feels great, but that top end is just missing just a little bit. But I'm sure with a tune, it'll be great. It does have adaptive cruise control with lane departure warning, lane departure assist. Actually, if you start to drift outside the lanes, it'll pull you back in. It constantly will read the car in front of you and adjust the distance and automatically brake it for you. The handle's good, nice turn here. Steering wheel is nicely weighted. As you like give it gas and let go, you can hear it go boo 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 boo. Has a nice nice character, nice tone. It's kind of fun. Just make you just want to hit the gas and let it go. Keep hitting the gas and let it go, and you hear a little boo boo. I just want to keep making it make that backfire sound. There you go. Second gear is strong. You feel it. This thing has 405 pound-feet of torque, and you can feel every bit of it in this twin turbo V6. And the steering is great. Train tracks. Whew. I honestly can't believe I did not feel those train tracks. I go over there every day in my car for every bump. But this suspension, I'm trying to tell you guys, is amazing. I have this car from Frankel and Chesapeake Cadillac in Cockeysville, Maryland. Just come in, take it for a test drive. It's worth it. I'll try to see if we can get a little bit back roll action, just to feel out how it handles in the curves off the highway. The sound once you're cruising is a little bit drony, I can say. It's just a like a droning sound, but when you really pushing it and you get closer to the RPM, which is about 6,500, when you hit that RPM and it gives you that, it just makes it all worth it. Well, I did it a little bit at low RPM. The shifts are what you expect out of a Cadillac. They're not lightning fast like you would get in Porsche's PDK or even Audi's S-tronic transmission. But it's like a delay. You hit it, shift. I personally don't like that, but it's meant to work better in automatic. When you're automatic, it shifts perfectly smooth and fast. But I'm shifting in manual, which is the most fun for me, and it's a little bit too slow for me. But it gets faster the higher the RPM you have the car at. So if I drop down, I'm in third. I drop down to second, and I shift, and I hit it, shift. It's just a little bit faster. Versus if I'm going a little slower, and I shift, now it shifts. See what I mean? It's you can live with it. That's all I'm saying. You can live with it. You put it in automatic. Most people do. That's how most people drive. You won't complain. But when it does shift, it's very smooth. It's not like a rough throw you back in the seat or anything like that. So it's so far so good. It's a great car. twisties coming up here. Too bad we have a truck in front of us. Can't get it at the speed I would like. Hopefully some of these cars turn off. See a few of them are. Get some open road on the way back. But when the RPM low and the car settles down and you're in tour, super quiet, you can daily drive this and not worry about hearing that drone effect on the highway. Drone only comes in when you're really pushing it. So like right now, I'm gonna switch into tour. It's quiet. Engine calms down. You can still hear that V6 a little bit, but it's calm, it's reserved. It's just enough to make you feel enjoyable, and you still know that this is a sports sedan. Now, so here we go. It's just quiet. A little bit of road. Here's some raindrops coming down on the windshield. Great. You put it back in automatic. It's great. It's great. Great car. Cadillac did a fantastic job with this car. Hope you guys can see this. It's a beautiful bridge view. Let's fill out these twisties. Sport mode. I'm gonna let the gearbox handle itself. All-wheel drive, wet conditions. I'm not gonna push it as hard as I want to, but I'm gonna push it pretty good. Feel the backing just out just a little bit. Got a slow car in front of us again, guys. Get a little acceleration. So when you're automatic and you put the pedal down to the floor, it activates a performance shift mode, and it shifts more smoother and aggressively at the right RPMs, and it pops up here on the dash. It says performance shift mode activated. It's very cool. So this car is equipped with launch control. It's very, I can say finicky, but when it works good. And this thing, you feel it in your chest because there's so much torque available so low down. All right. I cannot get over that sound. I love it.